first instrument I played was piano. So my granddad gave me his old keyboard. I used to make up songs on it. When I was about 8, I started learning guitar. I think I was 10 or 11. I came home one day to my parents and I was like, I need a drum kit. And they were like, oh God. But then like going through school and stuff, drums became, I just loved it. I was just like, give me the sticks, turn the mics on and I'll just play. Honestly, my dream was to grow up and be a drummer in a band. I'd never sang. I was completely uninterested in singing. I hated it. I never sang until I moved to New York when I was 18. I moved to New York to go to college. There's like a guitar centre, music shop, and I used to go in there and say that I was looking to buy a drum kit so that I could play it, but then I obviously wasn't going to buy it and I felt a bit bad going in there all the time. So then that was kind of when I started to sing.
There's a blue light outside the store. Bells chime at the sliding doors. Got my shark eyes.
As like what happened with this one was it existed as a voice memo. I probably went on to do other things. I didn't think about it for a few months and then I came back and I was in the studio with Cormac Butler recording something else. We had an hour left in the session and I was like, oh yeah, remember that song that I had on my phone? Let me pull it up. Maybe we'll take this out of my phone and turn it into an actual, you know, we'll put drums in it, we'll put bass on it and we'll see how it sounds. Kind of, we'll stand it up and see if it can walk.
You can probably tell that I ain't waiting sidelines, looking for your invite, wondering how the rules might change the game.
January 2020, so that's almost a year after I wrote the original, the voice note. So that sounds like this.
There's a blue light outside this store. The bell chimes at the sliding doors. Got my shark eyes, so it won't be long.
My first album had come out. We'd done an Irish tour and a UK tour, and I was like, the fun songs to play live are the ones that, like this. So that's why you kind of turned from the slow acoustic one into this thing. Alex produced my first album, so he's always been a kind of my go-to sounding board for my ideas. And I was like, I'm working on a load of stuff, I have nothing else to do. Can I send you a few songs, see if you like any of them, see if you want to work on any of them. Out of the blue, like, I get a text from him to be like, hey, I did something to the song, I'm going to send it to you, let me know what you think. He just sent me a much more nuanced version of the song. Yeah. Alex loves arpeggios. They're everywhere in any of my music that he's produced. His version was just immediately like much more dynamic and there was more attention to detail. There was things happening, I didn't know what instrument they were, which I always kind of like as well.
Well, I call you first prize, can probably tell, but I ain't waiting on the outside, looking for your invite, wondering how the rules might change the game.
He sent me this and I was like, oh yeah, that's why I really like working with Alex. There's this scene in Finding Nemo where Bruce the shark, who's like become a vegetarian, I think, and he smells blood and then his eyes like go totally black and he can't help it, he like becomes completely primal again and he has to follow his like instincts and all the reasoning in his head gets completely shut off. That's what the shark eyes line means, you know, it's like me switching off all of my better judgment and becoming completely incapable of doing anything but like the thing that I want to do. I've been a Jape fan for years. If I'm going to do a remix, you know, let's get Richie to do it. And it goes on like such a winding journey. This is unreal. hypnotic and dreamy and weird and hazy. People who don't make music ask me, you know, why do I do it or what does it feel like? It's being able to sit down and then not feel time go by. But then at the end of like a couple hours, I have something to show for it that didn't exist when I sat down that morning. That is like magic, and the fact that I'm able to do that is one of my favourite things in the world.
My love, you're the cold, cold call, you're the nicotine it, but you just all talk. My love, you're the New York dream, we were nothing at all, we were everything. My love,
so Alex sent me back the demo. He had a drummer called Darren Weiss play. The final piece of the puzzle was Darren's drums on it. I think that's how it ends.